Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear. Well, as you can see, I'm going to be talking about holsters today. Well, you know, I've been planning on making a video about different types of holsters and what they're best suited as, or at least my experience with them. But this is going to be a video response to Lookinformemarbles. He is having a contest in association with a holster company, White Hat Holsters. Alright, now, from what I gathered from his video, basically wanted us to make a video and talk about the things that we like and dislike about holsters, especially ones used for carrying concealed. Because White Hat Holsters makes a basic holster for inside the waistband carry, and to me it's very similar looking to like the Galco King Tuck or the ComTac holster that has that huge piece of leather with the holster mounted onto it. And you know, wanted to talk about those types of holsters. Well, as you can see from this table here, I just put out a variety of holsters. Believe me, this is not my holster collection. Quite honestly, I have 2 plastic container bins full of holsters. If you have a bunch of guns and you've been carrying guns, and especially for defense, as long as I have, you'll get a pretty good sized collection of holsters, because not every holster fits or is suitable for every individual. And I have some guns that I have maybe 3 or 4 holsters for, trying to find one that I really like and would use for, you know, carrying that gun in a defensive purpose. Now, you know, before, what basic people had was a leather holster that fit on the outside of a belt, and this is one for an old 7.5 inch single action Colt, and that was their basic holster. Now, one of the things that's kind of important for carrying a firearm is retention. Okay, and that was accomplished in this holster by this snap right here. Okay, now that kind of morphed into a holster like this right here. This happens to be a 4-inch Bianchi thumb snap holster that was designed for, or this one was designed for a Colt Python that I used to carry. You know, and I guess later on after that, they came out with the pancake style of holsters, right? And this is one for an SP101. I've carried this quite a bit. I have a 3-inch Ruger SP101. This also has a thumb strap, and it has some adjustability where you can even carry it cross draw. All right, and that was considered a pretty good holster for a concealed carry back in the day. Now, I think it was the 60s. There was a style of holster that came out that, in my opinion, kind of revolutionized things, and that was the basic summer carry style of holster. Okay, and here's a representative of that. This actually has a little bit of extra leather on the sides for stability, and it has a piece of leather in the back that comes between the gun and the person. Now, to me, that's very important, because some of the guns that we have hammers. They may have sharp edges on them that dig into your sides. Even if it doesn't have a sharp edge, the gun digging into your side is uncomfortable on a day-to-day basis. And this little piece of leather right here offers a lot of comfort. Alright, so in my world of how I'm doing this video, the next thing that came along were the composite holsters, or the Kydex holsters. Here is a ComTac version of that. Okay, and this is a very good holster. It is based off of the simple summertime carry style of holster. It does have that piece of material coming up to form a barrier between the gun and the person. And the loops, you can buy extra loops, so you have a little bit of a adjustability for the different size belts that you may carry. See, I do think it's important that we match these loops up to our belt, our gun belt. Okay, not only is that where all the weight is going to sit, okay, but you don't want the loop to be too big because it kind of drags along the belt when you're trying to unholster the firearm. Now, one of my favorite types of holsters for carrying concealed is this summertime style of holster that's made by Blade Tech. And that's why I have this in the gun, because there's some other issues that I want to talk about. Alright, the thing that I love about the Kydex holsters is that they keep their form. Okay, unlike leather, no matter how good it is, over time will get a little bit loose for carrying the firearm. It also holds open to reholster, which is another good option. Alright, now Blade Tech gives you one set of loops, but the loops have different holes in them to adjust to different size belts. Okay, that's also a great feature. Alright, something else that the Blade Tech has is adjustability for the cant. And what I mean by cant is either straight up or slightly tilted forward like the FBI cant, or maybe slightly facing the rear. You have that option of carry with this holster right here, and I really like it. I have a bunch of these things. I probably have over a dozen of this style of holster for different guns. And it has retention. Alright, see these screws right here? It has a piece of rubbery type material in there, and you can adjust the retention of the gun. Okay, and I like that. Alright, now white hat holsters, I am sorry to say that I do not have any experience with. I've seen similar holsters like that Monitor or whatever they call that. Comtac makes one. I think Galco King Tuck is a similar type of holster where it is a huge piece of leather. And it has a Kydex shell mounted on it that holds the guns. Now, one of the things that I look for in a concealment holster, is also that it covers the whole length of the gun. Okay, there are several holsters out there, some leather, some Kydex or some other composite material, that do not do that. They may come across here and leave the front sight exposed. Okay, I've been carrying firearms for 25 years. I carry them on a daily basis in a lot of different activities, and what I have actually either knocked loose or knocked off front sights, and a similar type of leather holster that allows the front sight to be exposed. And it was a kind of a generic holster that a Yaki style holster that you can carry several different types of handguns in. Well, I don't like that particular feature. Even though it does make it very adaptable to different guns, I do not like to have the front sight exposed. Okay, and to me, that holster looks awfully bulky. There's a lot of leather there. I don't know how that would be to carry. It may be very comfortable. It does have the attachment points are spread out, so it does spread out the weight. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It may be an excellent holster. I can't speak to it since I've never tried it. Alright, so if you guys are interested, please go on over to Lookinformemarbles and check out his contest. Check out those folks at White Hat Holsters and see if that's something that interests you, and get involved with the contest. Alright, well, thanks for watching as always, and shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.